Before we get into this video, I just want to say that it's meant to be a general guide for all versions of Hero Wars, both Hero Wars Facebook web and mobile. And while I will be using screenshots and clips from both versions of the game, generally speaking, everything is going to be in the same place and everything will apply to all versions of the game. If you have any specific questions about a specific platform, then please let me know in the comment section down below. And on screen is my live stream schedule, so hope to see you there.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and this is a video series geared towards absolutely brand new players, and we're going to take you on a little journey from level 1 to level 60. Now, why level 60? Well, team level 60 is when the last game activity unlocks. When you first start this game, there's a lot, and it's incredibly overwhelming, and that's what this video is here to take care of. So when you first start your game, you're presented with the first puzzle, and all you have to do, just complete the puzzle, and you will be set free. Now, Galahad here, this is Galahad. This is the face of Hero Wars. Galahad is, he's a nice warrior tank hero. He really needs a very specific use case. We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. But here is chapter 1, Ruled by Fire. Now, the game is made up of multiple chapters, and each chapter has missions within it. You can see these little nodes, right? And once we get past like level 3 or so, the game will let us do whatever we want. So the campaign is the player versus environment, or the story mode of the game. If you see people referring to something as PvE, that's player versus environment, this is what it's referring to. We'll go ahead and start this mission. Once you click on this, you can see a lot of information before you begin the fight. What we have across the top here is we have chapter 1, mission 1, Ashen Road. We have 3 empty stars. This will fill up as you complete the mission, and if you lose 1 hero, you get a 2-star mission. If you lose 2 heroes or more, you get a 1-star mission, and if you don't complete the mission at all, you won't get any stars. And the goal is to get 3 stars so you can easily repeat this mission over and over. Here are the 3 enemies that will be encountered in this mission. Here's the difficulty based on the team that you currently have. And here is some of the options for loot. Now, it's important to note that you're not guaranteed to get this loot, but you will get some or all of this every time you do this mission. This mission requires 12 energy. Now, up here in the top right, you have 60 energy. And this energy will count up over time. You gain 1 energy per 6 minutes. Up to an absolute cap of, I believe, 50 or 60 higher than your current team level. And I'll discuss what team level is in just a second. But this does cap every day, so it's very important that you log in once, twice, or 3 times. The best thing to do is to log in 3 times throughout the day, 1 in the morning, 1 around lunchtime, and 1 around dinner, maybe right before you go to sleep, in order to spend your energy. Because if this caps, you'll not be passively gaining energy, which means you'll be able to do less of these missions overall. So Emeralds is the pay-to-win currency of this game. And we'll talk a little bit more about Emeralds a little bit later, but I just kind of wanted to explain you this first screen. We're going to go ahead and start the fight. The fight's going to load up, and it's just going to be Galahad by himself. I'm going to pause it real quick just to show you a little bit on the screen what's going on. So across the top, you see 3 skulls, and you can see the first skull is highlighted with this red target here. Every mission in Hero Wars is made up of 3 waves of enemies, and you have to complete all 3 waves of enemies in order to complete the mission. Down here at the bottom, you have Galahad, your avatar for Galahad. The green bar is your health bar, and the yellow bar is your energy bar. Now, energy is what you use to use your first skill. Every hero has 4 skills that unlock as you promote each hero, but only the first skill on the list, only the very first skill are you able to control. We'll talk a little bit more about skills later on once we get freed up to do that. Before I jump back into the game, you can adjust your sound and music. Sound is the sound effects like swords hitting shields. Music is just a background music. But we'll go ahead and continue. And you can see here, we're doing a lot of damage. This is chapter 1, mission 1, so it's designed to not be failed. Aurora the Paladin set out ahead. She might be in danger. So Galahad here, like I mentioned earlier, Galahad is one of 3 free tanks that you get immediately. Who's trying to interfere with my plans? Astaroth, stop the pursuers. Okay. Astaroth, no, you're under a spell. So you can see here, down at the bottom before we continue, you can see that Galahad is all sparkly. He's on fire right here. And his energy bar is full. That's why he's highlighted with fire, is because you can use his ultimate. You just click on the avatar to use your special skill. Okay, Astaroth, you're free now, but where's Aurora? Aurora could not help me. So now you've won this match. We didn't lose a single hero, so we got 3 stars. Here is the amount of loot that I got. And trust me when I say you don't always get this much loot. This is just a nice little tease to keep you hooked into the game. We have a couple of items here, some gold, some experience points, which you use to level up your hero team. And we have 2 soul stones. So the 1 star here means that we gained Astaroth as a hero. Astaroth is more of a magical based tank. He is slightly better overall in more teams than Galahad is. Galahad is more of a physical based tank, and you'll have the opportunity to choose between one of the 3 tanks as you continue your Hero Wars experience. So you gain the hero, and that's denoted by the little violet star. You have a 1-star hero. You can see Galahad also has 1 star, but you also gained 1 soul stone for Astaroth. We'll talk about soul stones and what that means in just a little bit as well. So you can see new hero received, 2-star Astaroth. This is great, fantastic. And then the game will continue walking you through the beginning missions. Chapter 1, mission 2. You don't have this mission completed yet. Here are the enemies. Here is the loot that you could win. This is the difficulty. This is the energy required to perform this mission. And you see we have 48 energy. It requires 6. Let's go. Now the game will automatically throw Astaroth in with your Galahad. So now you have 2 heroes here. And first thing you notice is that Astaroth is in front of Galahad. Now every hero has a position locked in already. Okay, so you can't put Galahad ahead of Astaroth, and you can't put Astaroth behind Galahad. Every hero in the game has a number assigned to them that will determine where they line up in your team, and you can have a team of up to 5 heroes. Ideally, you choose 1 tank, 1 healer, and 1 damage dealer. As we unlock more heroes, you'll get an opportunity to mix and match some of your team, but it's important to know that you can't change this position. So if you decide to keep Galahad and Astaroth, for example, then you'll want to maintain Astaroth as far as investing resources into him, since he ends up being in the front, which is the primary tank for your team. He's going to absorb most of the damage for your team. So we're just going to go ahead and clear these little monsters here. Now Astaroth's ability is a shield, a team shield. You can see now that he's highlighted, his energy bar is full. We can use it, and this provides a physical shield for his team. You can see the little white bar above their head. And unfortunately, this pause menu kind of blocks it off, but you can kind of see the little white bar above your and your ally's head right here. That denotes some kind of shield. It doesn't always mean a physical damage shield. Sometimes it means a magic damage shield. Sometimes it means a pure damage shield. And there are 3 types of damage in the game. Don't want to get into that too much right now, but you can see that as you defeat enemies, you gain energy faster and faster. It's important to keep in mind to manage your energy as you continue along the 3 phases of each mission. Now, again, you can see I completed this mission without losing a single hero. Here are my 2 heroes. This is the experience that I gained for each of the heroes. Here are the items that I received. Here's the gold that I received, and I received 6 XP. This is team XP. There are 2 types of XP in this game. In the beginning, there's team level XP, and that's the level of your account. And then there is hero XP, and that's the level of your heroes. Level 1 Astaroth, level 2 Galahad. Now across the bottom here, this is the big reward for getting 3-star in your missions. And so you can see that there are 10 missions in this chapter, and if you 3-star all 10 missions, that's 30 stars, you get all 3 rewards. Now, each of these are either a little mini game, or it's just a treasure chest that you can open for free loot. This is Maya. Maya is a nice healer mage hybrid. She's a pretty strong character, but we're just going to go ahead and run through this little puzzle. Very similar to the first puzzle. All you got to do is jump up on the box, open this to let the lava fall down, let the water in to cool off the lava, drop the rope, climb the rope, and click this button to charge through onto the next level, and you're rewarded with 5 Maya soul stones. Whenever your hero does 20% or more damage to an enemy, it will stun. And you can see the little stun, the stars that float above the enemy's heads. that means that they're stunned. And stun is a debuff that prevents the enemy from doing any action. Now you can be stunned as well, but it's nice to stun the enemies, obviously. Now you can see here, I did not use my ultimate abilities. The reason for that is I want to save them for phase 3. So I waited until phase 3 begins. I go ahead and use my shield and then use Galahad's Iron Skies attack. That gets me a nice bit ahead of the enemies. I go ahead and clear them. I don't lose anybody. So again, I get 3 stars, got some XP for my heroes, got a bunch of loot, and I hit team level 2. This is the account level. Okay, this is the overall account level, and the team level, as they call it, determines what activities you have access to. It determines your hero's max level. It determines a lot of other max level things. As we continue through the new player experience, we'll kind of talk about each of them. But you can see here, you get the arena at level 10. And the arena is the player versus player, or PvP variant of the game, the first PvP variant of the game you get access to. You also get access to the tower at level 15. The tower is another great PvE aspect of the game. We'll talk more about that once we hit level 15. So now we finally have access to the main lobby. This is the lobby that you're going to see whenever you first log into the game every day. And you have a lot going on here, so we're going to talk about this. Over here on the top left, you have your avatar. Right now I got this little demon thing. You can see below it the number 2. That is my team level, or my account level. You can see my player name. I'll change that whenever I get a chance. VIP is 0. Now, VIP, or very important player, is what determines whether or not you are paying for things with real money or not. As you buy things, as you buy bundles, as you buy emeralds, as you buy anything in this game with real money, you will gain VIP points, which will level up. And the more VIP points you have, the more bonuses you get. Obviously, this is a free-to-play game, but it is designed to have microtransactions so that you can be competitive with other players faster. This right here, the little trophy, this is all of the different things as far as rankings are concerned in this game. There's the arena rankings, there's the grand arena rankings, there's guild war rankings, there's team power rankings. You can go here and look at who's the top players on your server. This is your daily quest tab. Okay, you can see that's got the little yellow thing here. That means that there are finished quests in here. Every day, you're going to log in and you're going to do your daily quests. The daily quests are going to provide you team XP. That is to level up this 2 right here. It's going to provide you with gold and a plethora of items. This is the mailbox. As different promotions happen within the game, or maybe a friend sends you something, there's not a lot of item sharing in this game, but occasionally you can send stuff. That will show up here. And then finally, here are your events. You have events that happen every day. You have events that happen for 3-day windows, week-long windows. All the special events will happen here. We already talked about the emeralds. Here is your gold counter. Gold is the primary currency in the game for a lot of the resources. And then we've already mentioned your energy. We have settings here, which we can talk about a little bit later once it gets unlocked. We're going to keep on rotating around guild. You can join a guild at team level 30. Okay, joining a guild of like-minded players that speak the same language, that are on at the same time of day. That's most of the game. You have the chat. You can chat with other players on your server. You have your list of heroes. All of the heroes that you have unlocked already in the game will be shown here. I currently only have Galahad and Astaroth. Your inventory is where all of the items will reside. All of your items that you earn in adventures, in the missions, all of your coins that aren't showing up on this screen, all of your items that you earn while playing will show up in the inventory, and it'll be organized by section. Here are some quests. The quests are different than the daily quests. Daily quests reset every day. These are more long-term quests, like reach team level 20, or unlock 10 heroes, or defeat this mission in the campaign 3 times. And you can see here that you have this little present icon that's showing that you do have some completed quests. Finally, the news feed. This is where all of the information from the official Hero Wars account will be displayed. Now, obviously, there are Facebook pages, there's Twitter, there's Instagram for Hero Wars Mobile, and I encourage you to join all of those because every day they release a lot of free stuff as well as a lot of information about the game. Bug updates, current events, new things that are upcoming, different things like that will be in the newsfeed as well as on the Facebook page, so make sure you check those out. But the game is directing us to the heroic chest. Now, this heroic chest is something that you get access to full-time, starting at team level 1, but every day you get 1 free open. And every hero in the game, aside from 1, can be found within this chest. Here's your first opportunity to see how emeralds work in the game of Hero Wars. If you wanted to open more than one of these per day, you can spend 1,500 emeralds to open additional chests each day. So I'm gonna go ahead and click free. It's gonna open this up and I'm gonna get Thea. Now Thea is a healer. She's the first healer that you get. She's kind of weak in the beginning, but she ultimately becomes a pretty strong healer. We're gonna go ahead and accept. We're gonna say, great, thanks a lot. And it's gonna take us back into the campaign. And Thea is gonna be automatically added to our party of heroes. Now we have Astaroth, Galahad, and Thea. Now, as we're doing this little mission here, I do wanna mention again that you wanna conserve your energy across the bottom. You don't wanna use it right at the end of a fight. You wanna use it at the beginning of a fight. So ideally, I get through this fight without using any of my abilities. Thea's got a nice heal. Astaroth is getting low on health, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the shield, and I'm going to go ahead and use the heal to try to keep Astaroth alive. Ideally, what's going to happen is I'm going to get into here and Galahad's ability is going to be ready. There's Aurora. We'll talk about Aurora in just a second. So we didn't lose any of our heroes, so we 3-starred, we got a bunch of loot, and now we see our first campaign quest. We need to collect all 3 of these keys. And this is the point of the game that the developers are trying to get you looped into it really hard. We're gonna go ahead and try this mission, and once we're done with this mission, we should be able to be free to explore other things. Hopefully you found this video helpful and you can continue on. A lot of the information that you have questions about can be found at herowarscentral.com. That is my website. The problem is that it's a little overwhelming for new players in the beginning. And there we are, team level 3. Okay, so now the game is gonna direct us to the Heroes tab, and we're gonna cover the Heroes tab real quick. So first, it's going over how to promote our hero. You can see these 6 slots here. These represent items that you earn in missions. Now, each hero has their own items that they need to rank up or promote. And whenever you promote a hero, you change their color from gray, this banner up here, from gray to green to blue to violet, and then to orange. And there's different ranks within each of those colors as well. We can go ahead and click equip all since we have all of the items. We click promote. This promotes us from gray to green. We unlock our first green skill, which is unstoppable charge. Remember, all heroes have 4 skills. You can see them here on the left. And you can rank up these skills by clicking on the little green arrow. Now, a couple of things about this screen that we're going to talk about, and I don't want to go too deep into this. You can browse this on your own, but I don't want to go too deep into any of this just yet. But you have a max of 10 skill points, and you gain skill points 1 per 5 minutes. These different abilities have a level cap. You can see here that you have not unlocked Retaliation, the blue skill, or Haroon's Pride, the violet skill, until you're the blue rank. Currently we're green, or the violet rank. And this skill, the ultimate skill, has a max level that usually is the same level as your hero. And you can see here level 4. So you can see that we have additional items to equip. We can go ahead and complete missions, upcoming missions or older missions to gather up more items to promote Galahad. And whenever we have all 6 of these items, we can click the promote button and promote Galahad to the next color rank. We can use experience potions that we might earn in missions or daily quests or from promotions to level up directly Galahad without leveling him up during missions. And you can see here that he has 0 of 20 soul stones. You can see that he's a 1-star Galahad. Once you collect 20 soul stones, you can evolve him to a 2-star Galahad. As an example, you can see here that Astaroth is a 2-star hero, and he already has his 2nd star, so he needs 50 soul stones to evolve him to a 3-star, and then it increases over time until it needs 300 to get to that final 6th rank, or absolute star is what we call it. So you can see here, I haven't promoted Astaroth to green yet, and I can equip these items to increase his stats just a little bit, but I can't quite promote him yet. I need to go and do missions to get more items to promote him. And you can see here that his Flame Veil is only level 1, and I need to spend gold. You can see gold. I need to spend gold and skill points to level him up. So you'll continue to do this as you play the game with all of your heroes. Don't let this overwhelm you. They all are good. Some are better than others, obviously, but they're all pretty solid heroes. In 20 hours, we're going to get a special secret gift. This is a nice little hook for you to come back and try the game again here in about a day. So remember, every day you're going to get daily quests right here, and this button right here. We'll just kind of scroll through them. Every day you're going to get these daily quests that you can complete. You're going to get mail, a letter from Aurora. You're going to get events. And so you can see here that we can log in and The Adventure Begins, World Pioneers, all of these quests. You got all of these daily events you can accomplish. Love some feedback if you would like, and hopefully you enjoy this game. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.